Hey guys, I'm going to start this vlog off in a really awesome way because we got some business stuff going on for our robotics team. Apparently, there's one team here, 4077, which is having a business roundtable meeting on Discord right now. So we got a bunch of people right here just going down the line. I'm somewhere in the middle there. Basically, what I can think from what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about a lot of things that we were actually talking about previously over at the other Pacific Northwest Roundtable back at Districts, where we talked about a lot about specifically talking to our state representatives and our school district people, and kind of figuring out the best way to kind of fundraise and outreach, but also to get our team out there to get recognized by big corporate companies like Boeing or Microsoft or Blue Origin, and really just a lot of the business aspects. So I think what we're gonna do here is roughly the same thing. Oh, I should have my headphones in here. She's saying something. Oh, they're recording this meeting? Oh, that's nice. So I think she just said that they're going to use it for later use, so we have to keep it PG. Oh, we're going to start with introductions. Lovely. Ooh, this is fun. Oh, this is so much fun. I'm going to put on speaker.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. There we go. We can actually hear people.
Do you want to go next? Or any? Yeah.
I'm on 360 Revolution.
Cool.
My second year. And if I had a time machine, I would probably go back. Because,
Cool. Does CS360 want to go next? Or? No. Eric, you can go next if you want.
Hi everybody, my name's Eric Klein. I'm from 2412 Robotics. I'm the team captain. This is my fourth
This is amazing.
year doing FRC.
I love this. This is the epitome of working with teams really closely and just understanding, oh, this is amazing. This is honestly this is a really good idea. This is a really good way to spread, ideas about business to other people.
Time machine, I think I'd go to the future because the future seems more cool than the past.
Cool. Kyle?
Which one?
Oh,
I'm
the 370 one.
Kyle from Pronto 3070. And if I had a time machine, I'd probably go to the past, because if I went to the future and came back, I'd be sad at all the stuff that I'm missing out on.
Luke, go ahead.
I'm Luke. I'm part of Raid Robotics 4469. This is my fourth year on the team and probably my final. If I had a time machine, I'd probably go to the future because there's probably going to be more flavors of ice cream.
Cool. Robert, would you like to go next?
Hi, I'm from Scottbot 7118. We're a rookie team, so this is my first year and everyone else's first year.
Wow.
If I would go back, I would probably go forward in time. You wouldn't know.
7118.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Expert, would
Wow.
you like to go next?
That's a brand new spanking team right there.
My third year on the team. I look forward to see what technological advances humanity has made.
Now I'll start announcements.
Announcements, okay.
So our first announcements, since this is the first meeting basically for this season of first, I basically want to start with so last year the coordinators were Sam Johnson from Chill Out and Andrew LePred from 4911 and me from 40. I used to be on 4077. And basically we got some new coordinators. I'm the lead coordinator, Samantha Farmer, so if you have any questions, please email me. or the PNW RoundTable email. Issa Lewis from 1318 is our first backup coordinator, and currently Marianne Nakanainai from 1778 is our other backup coordinator. We are currently looking for another backup coordinator who is not going to be a senior next year. So if any of you would like to do some more like outreach business stuff, contact me and we can. You can do some more planning with us and look at helping other teams with business.
Awesome.
Our next announcement, we have new logos. You can see them mostly on as all over our social media and stuff, and thanks to Andrew from Cyber Knights made the logos. We've now made them into our social media and stuff. So, Issa is here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Issa Lewis. I'm a senior on the Issaquah Robotics Society Team 1318.
Oh, IRS.
And I am.
And now we're going to talk about the RoundTable website. We're currently working on the website. It's currently on the Chill Out. We have a tab on the Chill Out website, but we are working towards making our own website so that people can post forms online and gather different information and highlights from different meetings, and so that people are able to actually come and join the meetings and learn more about business and read the news. So now it's part of the open discussion.
Open discussion time. All right, here we go. I do apologize if this video is kind of boring because you're just looking at my facial expression to what's going on, maybe a little bit of what I'm saying, but this is mainly a lot of just a dialogue sort of thing. So my apologies in advance. So let's get back into it.
Questions they'd like to ask to the group, and then people are free to answer if they'd like. And we'll be taking notes for you to have access to this information.
This is why I shouldn't pause the audio because I missed stuff.
Does anyone have any questions to start off with? Because I have backup questions if you don't have any.
Alright, who's going to go first?
What have teams done this year to fundraise over the summer?
Oh dear.
Anyone's able to answer this? Basically, for Chill Out, so far we've just had the restaurant kind of send out flyers, and a portion of the money goes to our team because we've been kind of busy this summer and been taking a bit of a break.
4469 kind of did the same thing. We were over at a restaurant and we flagged down a bunch of people to get a $10 breakfast. We had sold a lot of people just $10 tickets if they wanted to come in the door and have breakfast. That was perfect. But we also sold tickets within our school, within our community, at our churches, at our workplaces. So stuff like that. I think it was with Famous Dave's.
Our team has had the students of it ask their parents if their companies might be open to sponsor.
That's always a good start.
Dad works at Amazon, so we were thinking of asking a letter, but some people also have parents that work at smaller companies, and those might work too.
Cool. Anyone else?
3223, we went to Whaling Days, and we were actually the security guards, and we got a small chunk of money for that.
What?
That's awesome.
What? There were security guards? Okay.
That's really unique.
Wow.
I have no idea how we did it. That's something our team captain can mention. She couldn't make it to this meeting, but all I know is a parent signed a contract with someone.
Team Meeting Machine, we had one of our schools, they do a festival, and we participated in the festival and hosted a stand. We got a cut of the money.
For Team 360 this year, and in the past few years, we've done summer camps. So we've held them at our school, and we do Lego robotics, and that makes us a good chunk of money.
Okay.
Cool. This person in the chat said, "Hi, I'm Cheney, sorry if I say your name wrong, from 360.
It's Cheyenne.
Revolution. Their mic is not working, so they'll be typing. But Teams 360 has been running some summer camps that teach kids how to build robots.
Nice.
I have a question for 360. Are you like part of your school?
What?
We are not. We are part of our school, so everyone on our team goes to our school. In Tacoma, it's a private school, but the school, it supports us, but I don't know if it gives us a lot of money. That would be a question for Cheyenne.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering because I was talking to some other teams that also do summer camps, and they use it like as fundraising, and some even pay the students that work at the camps. And I know that a lot of people would have problems with their district in organizing that kind of thing because the district likes to stick, most districts like to stick their little fingers all over fundraisers. So
she's not wrong.
Wondering in terms of that, like how does the school district get involved in your summer camps as fundraisers?
So we don't get paid for running the summer camps. We get volunteer hours, and our volunteer hours are a way of us getting to Worlds. But the school, we don't have a school district since it's private.
Mm-hmm.
So we just put flyers up, and we get a lot of kids from surrounding middle schools and, elementary schools.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're from 2412. Just because we're from Bellevue School District, and Bellevue School District has tons of regulations on how you can fundraise.
Oh yeah.
So what we've done to combat this is we don't have our only fundraisers we do is team fees and fundraising through parents. Just directly.
That's
to the
it?
team, and that way the district can't take anything from that. Because if we were to do individual fundraising events, not only is it super hard to plan with the district, but they take a certain cut from the team. Right. So we just find it more efficient to do it directly with parents.
What?
So what do you? What's your team fee like? About what? How much money does each person cost?
So each team member is required to pay a $100 fee at the beginning of the year, which can be waived via scholarship. And if they apply for that scholarship, then there's different workarounds. You can get a family member to try and sponsor you, or you can do volunteer hours, or you can just write an essay and we'll give you a sponsorship. Of course, we don't prohibit anyone from joining the team because of money, but most people, we like this year, we only had 2 people out of our 50 members apply for the scholarship, and they both got it. This year, we're talking about increasing it to $150, possibly even $200. We haven't had any issues with team members complaining about the fee.
Yeah,
so,
but how do you get to Worlds?
Does that include, like, your sweatshirt, or is it just to join the team? Okay.
How is that enough money?
So previously we had a $50 fee, which would just include a team T-shirt. This year we increased it to $100, which includes a team T-shirt and sweatshirt. And this year we're talking about doing individual team uniforms, like a baseball or a football team would, which is why our fee would be increasing again. In addition to that, you would also get to get your pick of different swag that we'd be doing through an online vendor.
Yeah. We also have a fee, and it was mostly so. It was like it's a really weird reason that we have our fee. Our fee is the same that you would have to be part of like the football team or the soccer team, which I guess it was just kind of like an ego thing. That wasn't really a student decision on our part. It does include our uniform, so like the ties and the shirt, but you do have to buy your shirt and your sweatshirt separately.
Same thing with us.
Yeah, we have a similar thing. Each team member is required to pay a $75 fee in addition to our fee, which is uncontrolled by us, and we get none of the money.
Since my team, Brock, is part of a school district, they have the same thing, but we have something called ASB cards, and all of the students have to pay our fee, which is $100. And we have certain students who talk privately with the coaches that can't pay it for some reason. And I just think he has them volunteer around his shop to clean it, so they'll do it. But the ASB card is $50, and they have to pay because we're considered a sports team. Because we have to go to competition, so the ASB needs a certain amount of money in order for us to get money from them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why can't we be called a sports team at our school? Like, come on. Team, it's a sport for the mind.
Yeah, all of that. Someone from a Viking member from Team 2928 said, they have a table at the Ballard Farmers Market once a month during the summer. We also volunteer at Seattle Marathon and get $20 per person per shift. Very interesting way to fundraise.
Yeah, going to farmers market and doing that and presenting to people and selling something is a good idea.
Ballard Farmers Market.
No, and the other one?
Oh, they volunteer at the Seattle Marathon and get $20 per person. Cool. We'd like to continue on to another question?
Yes, let's talk. Oh, I have a question. I do have a question. I remember at the RoundTable down in districts that we talked about specifically how are we trying to contact our state representatives to get them interested into what FIRST has to offer. Because, like, obviously we can see from all the tech companies we have in the Puget Sound that technology and robotics itself and engineering and electronics is, like, increasing tenfold every time, I look at the stats. But, like, how are we to get our state representatives, our legislature, even our just Washington government in general, to be interested into passing laws or regulations or something extra that could help FIRST or just FRC teams in general?
Okay, if no one else has anything to say, I do have some experience with this slightly, and it's way easier than people think.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's so much easier than everyone says. I think a lot of what deters people from contacting their representatives is just fear, because it's specifically designed for, like, people to get involved. Like, that's the point of local government.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I found is really helpful is going to, like, their events. Like, if you know that, like, Vonda the Slaughter is going to be speaking at a specific event, like, go there, get her contact, like, email her, like, blah, blah, blah. And you can do this with, like, whoever is in your legislative district or just your congressional district. And I would say just, one, be able to do that. Just, like, make a Google search, figure out where they're going to be, and, like, actually contact them. And then, two, go in with something in mind. So if you want to just do, like, a demo or something, go in and, like, with that in mind, to be like, I want to do a demo. Or if you want a bill, write a bill. Write a bill, give it to them. Because, like, students can write bills. All citizens can write bills, and that's, like, super common. And, like, some bills that actually reach the Senate are bills that were initially written by just regular old Joes. So that's always something you can do, is, like, if you want a specific bill that would help an FRC team, write a bill, bring it in, be like, hey, here's my bill, this is why it's good, please read it, just throw it in the trash.
Right,
but,
right.
It's a lot easier than people think it is.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, Spartronics, we do our open house every year, and we invite, like, our local representatives. And because we're on Bainbridge Island, and Governor Inslee also lives on the island, we'll invite him also every year. So we just try and keep them, like, aware of what we're doing and keep them involved with the team and the community as well.
Okay, well, it seems from that it doesn't seem too difficult. I mean, that's a good idea of writing a bill. I don't know specifically what you could target. I could bring that up with my team. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your question. So I actually have a question that someone said on the Google form, and they said, what is your guys' ideas of the best way to start an FLL team?
Ooh.
hasn't officially started any FLL teams. It's just kind of in the whisper that we might. And we've actually targeted schools that we want to start one at. And I would say we have I have so many things to say. We have so many elementary schools in our area, but we had to figure out which ones we would go to. And we figured those out because someone on our team has a mom that works in the office. Simple, you can go there. Mm-hmm. Another one is another school came to us, so those are the two schools we're going to because they have resources, and we figured it out. You want to just start at the easiest place. Who has resources, who has the money already, or who can get the money, and who has the students. Just start as easy as you can for your first two schools, and then build it up. We talked with someone from First WA, and she said that, First WA, that starting the easy way is better than trying to start cold turkey with a random school.
Yeah, basically, I started an FLL team at a private school that I grew up at, and they didn't have any, robotics or anything that, so I went and, I talked to their new principal, and I was like, hey, this is a really good idea. You guys should start bringing more technology and, just try to reason with them and tell them all the great things about FLL and First Robotics and trying to get them interested into robotics and just showing them the different ways. And if they need help, say, hey, we'll send a couple kids over and we'll be mentors and help you out. Or just they in FLL they do a presentation, and a lot of kids don't really have presentation skills. So it'd be a great thing for older kids to come over and show how to do a presentation to them, and so that they can be more ready for the judges.
I think the first thing that anyone should do if they have an actual school district that's governing all the schools, the elementary schools, the kindergartens, the middle schools, and high schools, I think first of all you should get their opinion and their support for starting the teams. With our district, it's possible we may have a school board meeting soon that's going to address this and kind of have what this is, a roundtable of just talking about, okay, what could we do to start this? Because our superintendent is really emphasizing doing more STEM-related activities within our school district. But I think just first start right off the bat, see if you can get as much support as you can from the authoritative figures within your school district, because they're the ones that make the ultimate decisions, and they're the ones that are deciding where the money is going to certain programs. And if they see that specifically with robotics or any other electronics or tech programs that are in schools, if they see that those are beneficial and those are getting more students, then they're going to be more inclined to support those certain activities.
On the street from a lot of our students where we live, so we're in the same area as them, and we went to an outreach event that we were hired to go to, but they were also hired to go there. So we were all together, and we competition, and all of the students got in on it. Are you team Bremerton? Are you team Rock? Who are you? I don't want to say something. I don't care. I just want to do this now.
Cool. For when I was on 4077, we used to have a field shared with the Linwood school team, Robotics, and basically one day we all decided to get out all of our old robots and let people drive them around and show off the robot to different let people drive it around our field and stuff, and
Yeah, no, I've definitely had experiences with the outreach thing. We actually always buy extra space for specific outreach events. Usually when we go to outreach events, we reserve the booth space. And if we know that another local team, usually 2976, is going to be with us, they get the one booth, and then we get two, and then we use the booth in between us as an area for us to scrimmage.
I'm going to go on to the next question. So, this one most people might not know this question, the answer to this question, but what are your team's major expenses other than your robot?
For definitely travel.
Definitely travel.
Yeah.
Travel's a big one.
Cannot stress that enough.
Most of our sponsorship money actually goes to travel.
Same.
Yeah. Well, this year the championships is going to be in Tacoma, so that might be helpful and not really helpful for a lot of people.
I thought it was supposed to be Cheney.
Yeah, I think they changed it to the Tacoma Dome this year.
That's potentially damaging to a lot of Eastern Washington teams.
My
Yikes.
team was talking with First One. They said they're looking for somewhere in Tacoma, but it might not be the Tacoma Dome because it's kind of small. If you've ever actually seen Tacoma fitting like 64 teams in that area,
Yeah.
it would suck for
I think what they were
everyone.
planning on doing was using the convention center, since we're from Tacoma.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea.
I just know it's in Tacoma, so.
For those of you guys that said expense was your main travel was your main expense. We our 2412 we require all of our members to pay for their own transportation to any events. Any robot transportation is done just by volunteer parent. And we haven't yet had to go to Worlds yet, so we haven't had to cross that bridge. But how much do you guys end up actually spending? It just out of interest if you guys know talking about it.
Okay, so I like to throw out these numbers because I think they're really sad. One bus for one day of a local competition, because we're required to use buses, is $14,000. So we end up spending $28,000 for a single district competition.
What?
Oh my.
That's crazy.
What?
Wow.
It's like actually really ridiculous. And whenever we like talk to businesses and local organizations, and they're like, "This is a really specific and large number," we're like, "This is why."
14,000 is like our entire operating budget every year. So I don't know how you guys do that.
Yeah, I'm still a little baffled.
No, I feel like that's something you should definitely bring up with your school district, because with 4469, we just bus ourselves. We just get in our cars. We have somebody pull the robot in a trailer. I feel like that's an expense that you guys shouldn't have to go through. That doesn't make any sense. Sure, you have to fill out the field trip paperwork, but that's, in my opinion, that's bogus. Because that's a huge drain on your resources, and that's something that you could be using for, like, say, food, or for actual travel down over at Worlds if you make it. It's like, sorry, I'm just scratching my head at that. That's bizarre.
Yeah, for my team, well, with 4077, we used to, like, try to put a couple few, like, if we had to go to, like, if we had to go to, like, Portland, we would do, like, $100 off for that person. So, like, for every person on the team, we tried to put, like, a little bit towards their cost to going, so it's a little cheaper for each person to go.
Yeah, when our team was smaller, we used to be able to subsidize all travel costs entirely. But it's like once we capped the 60 member mark, we couldn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
16 people on their team?
Sorry, my dog.
Anyone else want to say anything about this?
For travel, our biggest worry isn't the cars.
Okay, my next question is, how prevalent is your business team in your robotics team?
Interesting question.
For 3070, our business team is generally not a specified team, and mostly just some of the members all trying to pitch in and see what happens. But this year we're thinking of, so our school has a DECA program, which is just a class that people take about running businesses and stuff, and we were thinking about partnering with them and trying to get some people to contribute this year.
Nice.
Has like its own we have a marketing team, and it's gotten like at first it was kind of like if you didn't really want to do anything but you still wanted to be on the team, you joined marketing, but it's gotten to be more of like an actual sub team. And like we always, the last 2 years and then again this next year, we'll have a marketing captain, and it's become like enough of a sub team that it's recognized as a sub team now. It didn't used to be. Yeah.
On 360, our media, business, and outreach team was one. They get everything done, but it's not really defined as separate teams.
Yeah.
We kind of have the same problem over at 4469. We had one guy doing business my freshman year, and then the next year after that we had like 3 people, including myself. Last year we really started to emphasizing our social media program, but there was only like 4 of us that was doing stuff. So, yeah, I think there is a really big issue when it comes to like just having one sub team do everything that requires, you know, marketing, social media, your actual business plan. I feel like there should be different sub teams that go with that, different subsidiaries. Do you guys have any thoughts on delegation for that kind of work though?
My team has the captain delegates all of that, but we have some business people, like I'm in charge of Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, but I have 2 separate girls that do Facebook and Twitter. I'm not the captain. I'm the captain's best friend, so she has me do a lot of work. But so she delegates out the work for who has to do what, but it's not like we have a separate team that's like the business team. Like, hi, I'm our business person. I do all of our quote-unquote business things, but our coaches deal with money and everything, so we don't really hear about business. Like, I can't even tell you how much we spend on marketing, except food. It's $20.
Yeah, when I was on 4077, a lot of people actually joined the team to do business, but ended up having to do mechanical stuff. But
Hilarious.
yeah, but we were like 7 people, so only like we occasionally like we'd have to put business onto the side, and but like I basically helped with a lot of helping the adults do their making sure that the finances get done and promoting the team and stuff. But on 1778 Chill Out, we have a whole subsystem business team and people to work on different projects. So, and like I'm working on RoundTable, so you might not have the luxury, but when you get to the opportunity to have enough people, it's definitely, it's a nice thing.
True.
Spartronics, we have our marketing sub team, and it's about 10 to 15 people, depending on if people join or leave throughout the year. But what we do, and what I'm going to be doing again this year, is just the first meeting that we have that's separated into sub teams. I just go through the list of pretty much everything that we do, and just have people say like, hey, I'd like to do that, I'd like to learn how to do that, and assign people jobs at the beginning of the year, and then generally they stick with those, but they'll also, I don't force people to stay on the same job the entire year. They can kind of switch around if they want.
Yeah. So how do you guys like, I know for 1778 we want to, like when our team gets promoted at like our freshman orientation, we're going to have a separate table for our business team and say, hey, this is our separate like business team. Like, yeah, that's our mechanical, electrical, all of that like fun robotic stuff, but like, hey, we're like business and we don't really require like too much effort. Like DECA requires so much more time than sometimes, like, just being in charge of social media, you could do that at home and do it, like, on your own time.
Exactly what I'm doing.
You know, we also do something like that, except this was our first time doing it last year, and it was because I was captain last year, and we kind of took charge of specifically, like, new member recruiting, which has always been kind of captain's responsibility on IRF, but we specifically wanted the second day that the rookies were with us to be kind of like a fair almost, to see exactly what you're going to do. So we grouped all of our recruits up into like groups of 6, and then we shuffled them around each sub-team, and we gave them like an elevator pitch about what our sub-team does. And yeah, we actually got a lot of recruits from that. Just having specifically a business team given like a little pitch about what we do.
I'm going to move on to the next question. So, never mind. We answered this question already. Does anyone else, okay, my last question was how do you get recruitment for business teams, but we answered that question already. Does anyone else have any questions for everyone else here?
This is kind of just like a yes or no question, but do you guys lock your students into sub-teams?
No.
Not exactly. It's like once they start, being with a sub-team, it's like usually they pretty much just stay there because they like doing what they do. I know for some of our members on the business team, they've kind of gone to a couple of the other ones and kind of helped. Like, even me, I kind of helped sand down part of the robot. But, yeah, I think if you lock people in place into a specific sub-team, that kind of locks them with a certain group of friends. Sure, that's a good thing in some cases, that they just have a small group of people that they usually work with, but really with teams, it's like you need to be able to let your team members, go around and experience all the different aspects of an FRC team. So because if you seclude them to one area, you only seclude them to a certain group of people, and they can't really experience the full, literally the full experience of a real FRC team. And what I think FIRST really wants people to do is to just experience every single aspect of it and not just one specific area.
Yeah, I know for at least me, I've always been in at least 2 sub-teams at a time, so I've always been doing like electrical and business at the same time, because I definitely like doing both. But also, like, sometimes I stick to one more during build season, I stick more to the electrical than I do the business. But I've always been like making sure that I try to help the team in multiple ways.
Nice.
I said no, that we don't really lock people into place, but that's more during build season. Like, for instance, I was in mechanical. I was in charge of being the lead for building our lift system, but I was sticked into safety during competition because I had someone on my team continuously hurt himself. So they saw still be on the safety team. I was not the safety captain. But for instance, like if you're a freshman on our team, a lot of numbers, like let's say you do programming, we'll stick you in stats. If you're the lead programmer, you'll be our programmer for competition. If you tested the robot with the programmers and helped drive it, you're on the drive team. So we kind of lock in that way. But during build season, you can go anywhere and do anything. But during competitions, like, okay, we saw you do this, so you're going to do that because we don't want a fail.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but basically, like, what I've had a good thing is, like, if someone says, hey, I'll make sure to do this, but, like, it's okay if it's in different, like, groups, like, they just have to make sure they complete something and not are just standing around and saying, I'm here.
Oh, here's a question. Do you guys take attendance of all your members who come up to either if it's like just a regular meeting or if it's during the build season?
Yep.
Yes.
For 360, we take attendance because we can, I don't know about you guys, but we can get an activity letter in robotics, so we have to be there for 90% of the build season.
Nice.
Yeah, go ahead.
We do attendance just because it's an option to take it for a half credit at our school, so if we have to take attendance for Mr. Chi because of that, our coach.
That's Spartronics, right? Like for CTE.
At Pronto, we take attendance mostly for safety reasons.
Good. That's good.
For example, if there's a fire and earthquake, we have to make sure everyone gets out safely. But that's basically it.
When I was on MASH, we used this thing called TeamSnap, and basically it's an app to say whether or not we can go to meetings or not, and through that, our coach was then, during the meeting, able to say, hey, this person actually did come, or this person was late, and it was nice on the phone or your computer to be able to use the program TeamSnap and take attendance for that. And we're thinking of implementing it into Chill Out now.
Yeah. We actually made our own app specifically for attendance and specifically for those reasons, but it was also because people were faking attendance. A lot of the time, they would have, they'd somehow get a hold of the form that we were using from a different location, and they were signing in from that location, not actually attending the meeting. And so, we made an app that was specifically, you had to be in the room in order to just sign in.
We try to take attendance, but no offense at all. Our secretary kind of failed every single year, even though it's been a different person. They keep up with it for a month and then just forget, which sucks.
That definitely happens a lot.
Yeah. We use it for if you go to a certain amount of meetings. Heck yeah, you can go to every competition.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Okay. Any other questions for the group?
Oh, this isn't really a big thing. I'm just kind of curious, but what is generally the percentage of members that stay from the start of build season to the competition time?
Include kickoff day, which is just kind of informational for us. Yeah, 0%.
Well, I think
I would say we lose about 15%.
Yeah, when I was on MASH, we had around 12 students who actually stayed and about 20 students who said that they'd actually, we had 20 students who signed up and then 12 students who stayed. I don't know what percentage that is, but it's kind of hard at our school because we have the IB program. Well, when I was on
IB.
the IB program, so we had a hard time keeping students because once they got into their junior year, they had no time for robotics anymore.
Oh, no. Yeah, we have the same problem over at our school. A lot of our students are enrolled in IB. So, well, what we do though to kind of combat that during the build season is we're required, I think, we can only work on the robot as long as there's an adult I can't speak English. As long as there's an adult supervisor there. So usually before that time, we'll kind of do small menial stuff like cleaning up the room. But also during that time, we allow our students to do homework for, as you say, the IB stuff, because IB is, it's not easy. I've been through it.
Every year my team goes to Girls Gen, so we usually have students sign up in September, but you have, if you want to, so they see Girls Gen, they see if they like the competition, basically. And we used to go to Peak Performance also, so we can also get boys involved. But basically, we pay the $100
Okay. So, I'm gonna continue on to our last announcement for the meeting. So, today we have our first meeting of the season. Our next online meeting is August 13th. Did we say 4 p.m., Issa? I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay. August 13th, a Monday, at 4 p.m. And another meeting on August 27th. It'll be here. So feel free to have other people come. They don't necessarily have to be business. It's just really talking about business topics with other people. Our next in-person meeting, we're hoping to have a meeting at Peak Performance as well as Girls Gen, and we are also planning for like a get-together for business people so we can talk about business things. We will also have another in-person meeting in January at kickoff at the Malt Lake Terrace High School, which I'll send out emails later in the year, in the next couple of months to talk about that. So I actually have a Google form for you guys to fill out, that I'm gonna put in the chat, and if you guys could fill out this meeting, it's
What'd I do? I did something. Oh, my phone just died. Well, that was kind of the majority of what we were talking about. But basically, that's probably a good time to end it here. This video is probably super long. My peoples at Robotics, please view this video. I should say that at the beginning. But there's a lot to comb through there, and a lot that we can talk about individually on the team. I will do the August 13th roundtable there, and then we can talk about, or Julia, if you're watching this, you could join me in that, or anybody else who would like to join. But anyways, thank you for viewing this. This is amazing. It's a great first way to first way to really kick it off. With just talking about business fundamentals and just different ideas of how really are we going to start all this thing. For my team, I will see you on the flip side, and for anybody else that's watching, please continue your daily lives. Thank you so much.